Starting in 3.6. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Today, what I would like to go through is, for the housekeeping rule, please put your mic on hold, the mute. So only when you have a question, you may interrupt anytime during the session. Iman-san, if you could please mute your microphone, that's appreciated. Otherwise, I will start the training. Today, I'd like to go over about 45 minutes regards to rastering 7, the variable data printing function. So since the release of rastering 7, along with the JV100 and UJV100 series in the early 2021, the rastering 7 has built-in function to the variable data printing. So please note that variable data printing is not even a new technology and so on. So there has been the way to do this with a combination of the plugin software or the graphic software such as CorelDRAW. I've never played with, but CorelDRAW, having a CorelDRAW, you are able to do a variable data printing already. However, the built-in function to rastering 7 of a variable data printing is making it easy and without the need of purchasing additional or plugin software with additional cost, but only doing a design and getting getting a database of what to insert onto the template as a designing. You can easily do a variable data printing. To do a variable data printing, we need 3 different software. They don't need to be in the same computer. At least you have access to it. So you might need to have a USB drive in order to, complete a variable data printing job. If you have 3 or 2, this software is located in a different computer. But you can do, by including multiple computers for those software. What to use variable data printing? As long as I can imagine, we have 2 different main applications for variable data printing. The first one is, as you can see on the left above side on the screen, about the personal card or the badge or nameplate, whatever it's called, which has the same template, the same design of the template. However, each staff employees or the hotel, those people has different name and different photos. So we can put a different photo for individual data and a different name as a text and different ID code, a phone number, email address into the template. But you don't need to have 3 or 4 or even 100 or 400 different artwork to be combined. But you only need to have 1 template and 1 database, database file from Microsoft Excel to do this job. Other thing too is the sportswear and the uniform. If you have 26 people in your basketball team or baseball team and has a different name and different number, if you'd like to do digitally without involving of the the stick kind of print and cut, but you can do with dye sublimation printing in the printing the number in reverse way. You can utilize a variable data printing data function to do this job. To proceed, this just for the more details in the workflow, you need to know regards to the variable data printing. There are lots of the people which variable data printing can make their life easy. Can make their workflow easier by using a variable data printing function. However, too many customers just does not know about that we have this function exist, and lots of people are still doing the name card, the personal card printing by individual job to print. So this function really can be utilized for the, the reduce of, the manpower, reduce of the mistake for the, the data creation, and easy to manage the database. The first step is, well, I will do demonstration later with my the laptop, but to begin with, just for the easy couple steps, create a template. So this is a common template to create by Adobe Illustrator or even CorelDRAW. So you draw the background of the card, for example, and put the Mimaki logo and the red stripe, and you just decide where to put the photo and what to put, such as name, ID, or phone number, email address, blah, blah, blah. And lastly, the name of the company. The second one, you need to prepare the face photo from each staff, because this function is combination of photo 1 to photo 3 is saved in a database, which means they are somewhere in a C drive, somewhere in a computer drive, in order for the raster link to, in order to tell raster link where to access to pull the data from. So of course you need to download or prepare those photos in advance, upon the creation of their database. The number 3 step creates a database. So you use a Microsoft Excel to create an easy database. So in this example, you've got the image of the photo. So in the image of the photo, you just tell where under the C drive or even network drive the photo is existing. The photo data is existing. And you can put any text, the name with a text, ID with a text. Even if you want to put 2 photos, it's doable. So just the image 1, image 2 with a different, different name of the name of the image and its location. You can put up to 30 columns can be set, means you can put image and name to start with an ID, phone number, email address, your personal address, your name of mom, your name of dad, your name of son, those type of the information, up to 30, right? And up to 1,000 rows can be set. So you can put in the same database up to 1,000 rows. I'm not sure if the first row, which has the column, the name of the tag is included or not. But it doesn't matter if this is 999 or up to 1,000. So you can make up to 1,000, about up to 1,000 people's the name card at one job to manage with. Right, and the rest of the thing is just operation of the rastering. I will do this also in my laptop. So the loader template, open the variable edit screen, loads the database, set up the various the variable areas. So I'm gonna do this demonstration for you, right? There is specific there is a specific the manual which is exclusively made for the variable printing operation. So you can feel free to download this from just a Mimaki variable print from Google. So it just comes on the the first link. Also, there is, well, I'm going to upload this recording later on, but there is, this training was done once in 15 months ago with, different team member. So you can look at this back number webinar in order to refresh your mind. All right, to start with, where I should start with, let me see. Let me check where I should start. When I first create a template, so I'm gonna just finish sharing this window, and I'm gonna share the new window. One moment, please. I'm gonna sharing my different computer window for all right, Adobe Illustrator. what we do is, making, the card templates to begin with. I've created this with 10 minutes ago, so I'm gonna just do the, the from new, just to demonstrate how easy to do an Adobe Illustrator. So what I'm gonna do is, I have a card. Well, you don't need a corner of the card because actual item you're printing has a corner, but it just has a little overlap in a corner. But you can just manage this with the, just a rectangle with corners. And then just decide what color you want. I want to do the inside the cyan 20%, and maybe inside the red stripe for Mimaki logo. I will do with magenta yellow 100%. And make sure you don't have the outline. And this is as well. You don't need the outline, so it's just comes up like this for the. Sorry, I have to change this to no color. All right, what we've got is we have the Mimaki logo to insert there, which doesn't work at this moment. Oh, it's not working. All right, what's the easiest way to, download a Mimaki logo? To me, well, you can ask to, the flavor works longer in Mimaki if you have, the vector data for Mimaki logo. Otherwise, what you can do is, just say brands of the world, brands of the world. And this is, managed by the company in the United States. You can download all the, most of the vector file of the, the global branding. So I will do just a Mimaki logo and make sure it's a vector and search. Or I didn't find. Let me just search just Mimaki. Yeah. So we've got a Mimaki logo as a vector, so you can just download from here. So this is after the result after downloading. So after downloading, I think it has been grouped. So I need to release a cropping mask, and make sure you just delete whatever you don't need, right? And I'm gonna just move this to the this window here. Make sure that the body is white, and I don't need this frame. I think. I think that's enough. I'm not sure what to do. Right, and I just need to group this Mimaki again. Group Mimaki logo. So only inside the white is grouped. And move this to somewhere around here. All right. And then you don't need to put any type of the words like where the photo is located or the number is located, but sometimes you just want, okay, here is my phone number, so just say my ID. Let me make it outline for vector. My ID should be locating around here. And what's next? My name, of course, my name. All right, name. You don't put actual name on here because it's just it's just a template. So template just says name. So yeah, just name on here. Just make it a little bit smaller. And what else? For example, let's say phone number. Phone, in case the girls or boys will be contacting you by looking at your number. When you look, when someone look at your number, so which is great. So you just put name and phone here. And on the last part of the name tag, I want to have let's say Mimaki Australia Private Limited. And I will just locate on the bottom. All right, that's all you need for the template. And I'm going to just save this as a template. Save on computer. Make sure you do EPS at this moment. The reason I'm doing EPS is because EPS will save only where the object is locating, right? So if you save as a PDF, PDF it depends on how big is your artwork. So it will the PDF will convert this anyway to an A4 document with this template on the top. So I prefer this to be EPS. But if you want to control as a PDF, what you can do is click on this size of the template. You can just shrink this, the area to as big as this card template is, and then saving EPS or PDF will not make any differences then. All right, I'm gonna still save this as a EPS to me. EPS, just say card template. It's good. All right, the next step is to pick up the photo of the card. Today I'm gonna just use the animal photo, for example. Well, the resolution of the photo really doesn't matter if you can combine with someone has only 300 pixel or someone has a 5,000 pixel, because the later on in a rastering window, you will decide where is the biggest area for the photo, and the photo will be shrunk automatically fit onto that portrait. So I just need to download a pretty photo of something. Okay, let's start with a rabbit. That's a good one. I'm gonna just do save a photo as to be easy. I wanna do just under directly under the C drive. Where's C drive? This one. C drive, yes. Just put C drive new folder, card photo. That's good. And you just name the photo. This is rabbit, so rabbit, right? Inside the card photo. The next one can be this one, the bird. I don't know how it's called, how you call this bird. Just a bird. Let's do two more. So I'm gonna do this tiger then. Sorry, press wrong one. Tiger. Then the last one. That's the lion. I'm not sure if a JPG and JPEG extension will make any differences, but let me just work on the next step then. The next step is in regards to creating the database. So let me just switch over to my other computer, because my rastering computer doesn't have Excel. So let me just bear with me. All right, here, what I need to do is I need to open the Excel spreadsheet, which is blank. Where's that? Okay, it went through here. Here, I'm gonna start making a database. The database one is, just say photo. And the next one can be, next one is a name, sorry, ID, name, and phone number, email address, and well, it can be it can be something wrong. So let me put the address, something. All right, I think it's enough to begin with. Well, it's the ID, so I have to remember what photo I have downloaded. I downloaded the first one is a rabbit. Let's put rabbit Smith, lion, uh, lion Kavanagh. The third one, tiger James. The last one, bird Thomas. Just as an example. ID, let's start 0, 1, 2, 3. Well, this one, I'm not sure if I need to, but let me just, for example, put onto the text, because we do need, sometimes the people need this number to start from 0. Otherwise, if you keep selecting in general, it automatically generates as the the delete 0 on the top. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. Maybe I will do 1, something like phone number. Let me change this to text again. I think it's a at mimaki.com. We've got BCD. Right, address. Let's put 1 Bean Street 202 Home Street. All right, what makes me difficult now is I saved a photo onto my other laptop, but I'm creating a database in other computer. So I have to decide where it's really I save the object to. So it can be easy. It's just a C drive backslash photo slash again, backslash again, and this rabbit JPG. Hopefully it works. Let's just confirm with database format. Yeah, as long as it says C drive colon backslash where it's locating and JPEG, it should work. Right, let's try that. And everything else, we just change this photo name. Next one, lion. Next one, Tiger. This one, the last one is bird. Right, so here's a trick that when you save this Excel spreadsheet, the raster link is not capable to read the Excel spreadsheet as is. So you will need to change the file formatting somehow. Where it says. For column name, header, enter header name in the first line of each column, which is good. I did. Data to be inserted, data section, image file path, name. Right, I think it's good. And then save the database created in Excel in CSV UTF-8. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just do save as, and make sure the browse is locating somewhere desktop. It's just too much data here. I'm going to do in document. Inside the webinar. Just name this database. What it says again. CSV UTF. CSV, all right, CSV UTF is found in here and save. I think there is, okay, to save the data in UTF-8 format. All right, I think I need to open this, CSV data again in text editor. Let me open with text editor here, Notepad. All right, I've opened this as the Notepad. Yeah, it's all comma separated, the spreadsheet with same information I will put. And then click File and Save As. And then what it says now, select the following condition and then click Save. Select all file. Encoding. Yes, encoding is here. Encoding, select UTF-8. So currently it says UTF with a bill of material. So I just say in the UTF, just UTF-8. Okay, and save. Replace it. Yeah, let's replace it. I think it's okay now. But what I'm going to try is I'm going to just jump drive. Move this data to the my big computer to see what's going to happen. Just bear with me. I'm just plugging my USB drive. And this USB drive, I'm gonna copy and paste. This is a database. Let me just do it again, just to confirm, I'm doing, nothing wrong. So file and save as, and choose. I'm gonna just do a different name, database tool or something. And then making sure that the UTF-8 is decided to save, right? So then I'm gonna bring this to a USB drive, and let's move this to the web computer. I'm gonna share this again from my RIP computer. What's gonna happen? I saw in my RIP computer, it's just loaded database to CSV, which was saved in my Excel computer. So now, for the testing purpose, I've only got a UCJB 300 in raster link setup. So let me just bring this. Open the template first, card template EPS. Right, it's here. I'm not sure how come it's not in the exact size of the card on the job, but anyway, I will just continue doing, continue playing this. All right, what you do now is click the button of the variable edit screen. So where's variable edit? This one. The variable edit on the screen. Click this. Right, so we now have a card. Well, in somehow the excess amount the space. But anyway, let's continue doing this. So variable edit. Click on the variable edit, and then click the open the folder button to open the CSV file you made for as your the database, and click OK. Right, it says there's no picture data at column 1 row, which is a lion. Well, I don't care. At least it's row 3 of them. I think that lion was saved as the JPEG. So let me just change this to JPEG. Hopefully it works. I'm gonna open this again. Yeah, I think it worked. All right, what we do now is, okay, in here we've got the, all the data opened, from the expanded from Excel. Now what I need is I need to start, editing those, space and columns. Where to start? It's been a long time since I did last time. So set up the variable area. All right, what I will do is click the first photo thing, all right, and make sure it's highlighted here. And you just make, size, what size you want for the the photo. Let's put 50 mil times 50 mil. In that way, it just appears, the box and box with the the photo, and rabbit already exists in here. And I think you can change to lion, those things. In order to make sure you fit this onto, this high-res image to fit, you can just, the fit menu, keep aspect ratio like this. So the rabbit just now fit on here. I don't know if we can move the box. Oh, yeah, I can move the box like this and make sure everything fit. So the lion now has the, I think it's better to choose everything and just apply the position. Yes. And the position of the scan a little bit left. So And then make sure everything fits like this. And then you can check if a photo was located, no problem, right? It looks good. And the next one is ID. All right, again, in order to, fit these items, you need to tell how big the box you want. All right, once you decide what the size of the box now, you can move this to the ID area. And you can check if those ID is, applying for individual data, which is good. And then the name, let's start with 100 mil times 20 mil. All right. In order to, if you, of course, the sooner rather than later, you will want to change the text of the this name or ID or phone number. In that case, it will open the text or the font. Every font has been installed into your computer. So if you want specific font, you can just download to Windows. That way, the list of the font in Rasterlink 7 automatically applies what font is available from Windows. And in case if you'd like to make a bigger text, you can apply the bigger text here. And then phone number, such and such. The phone number is just allocating here. In case if you do not want, I've put the email and the postal address in a database. But if you do not want this, by finalizing your design, just do not decide any size and position. That way, it will not show in anything on your card. All right, the other function, for example, this rabbit photo, the rabbit photo is not the exact square, but you have empty space on the top and the bottom of the square. So this function, the color function, is to decide what color you want for the this empty space. I forgot to how you apply to default, which is a transparent. So I'm not gonna just mess up, easily on here, but you can just decide what color you want to apply for this empty space of your card or photo around the photo. If you'd like to fix the position of the photo onto the, the common to the bottom or top, left and right, you can decide with this button. The other functions we've got the text. This text design, how does that work? Text design. Shadow offset. Yeah, this is the simple shadow offset and line width you can decide along with the type of the font. If you want just a serial number 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 1000, that's because you didn't put actual number here, the serialized number here, but only ID. You can easily put the add number, where to start, where to stop, and what's the increment value to add into the column if you need to. All right, once you decide, once you confirmed each the card design, what you do now is I think you can just go to quality button. Sorry, to image edit. So the image edit, again, it's not showing the photo as a information, but it's only showing how the card is printed as a template. So no worries, the those database already applied, but it's not applying to the those the jobs as well. In case if you'd like card printing with a jig printing, you can actually select instead of a job editor in here, but you can select jig printing. Let me just try now. I'm gonna do the new printer setup with maybe a UJF 6042E. And I believe I've got a profile installed in somehow. So I'm just 6042, 6141. That's good machine. All right, profile does not exist. So I'm gonna try again. 6042 Mark to LH100. That's the US 120. No special color in use. Come on. Okay. Right, let's try a jig printing now with a 6042 database. So, do the same, open the card template for the job. And from a job with a card template, you can go to a variable. Here's variable. Yes, variable is here. Open the database. In the USB drive. Okay, I'm not gonna do the same, but I just wanna make sure that the it goes to a jig printing. So click jig printing here. How it's working? I think it's working. So in the jig printing, I'm gonna set card sample. What's the jig layout? I think I need to get the bigger, maybe 25 centimeters by hold on, sorry. Start with jig definition. How can I do jig definition? I have to do card sample number 1. And yes, create new. So the size of the jig 6142, that's fine. The position, yeah, material size, I will just do 200 multiplied by let's say 200 as well. And I just need 2 by 2. What was interval? First of all, interval pitch. Yes, the pitch I will increase for probably 30 millimeter space around. All right, after jig is created. So I think that the original design was just too big. The card was too big. So I will do 100%. So you can see here that this the overview only shows with the the template card template photo. So the card template design, but no photos are existing. However, actual printing will apply the actual photo from your database. For the rest of the step, let me go back to UCJB. The rest of the step is decide what's the ink configuration and what's the profile in use, how many passes. And after you fix it, I want to let you know that's the best profile to use with UCJB 300. In the UCJB 300, I tell you the reason later on, but UCJB 300 profile. Like this was used for this profile was used for the all of our sample book and the customer's test because it just makes more to industries industrial sharpness of the red for offset printing and more vivid blue colors. So that's I always recommend for any material you can use this because of the the color production is pretty the brilliant. It takes time to load profile. So for example, UCJB 300 160, CMYK light cyan light magenta, and LES 170 ink. All right, how you can find this from manufacturer, just a generic and material. You can have the both banner and other materials as well, but you can see in a generic says banner 2, generic PVC gloss 2, and generic PVC matte. I don't have a matte 2. But this material profile, the generic banner 2 and generic PVC gloss 2, those are the latest profile. I think I'm not sure if this is the latest, but comparing to the one moment, let me just double check. It should have the label. Maybe it's right. Yeah, if you go to the probably different color configuration profile, and when you decide a generic material, generic banner 2 or generic PVC gloss 2, it says here generic PVC gloss, the profile with a good red coloring and a blue contrast. Right, so this profile is made a little bit later than the other different profile on early 2018 or 2017. So has a more brilliant the colors in general. So I always choose generic PVC gloss 2, and everything else can be a default, and then go for printing. All right, that's pretty much it for the today's webinar. The virtual demo for the how you design the variable data printing. So if you have any question, let me just stop recording now.